Okay, welcome,
All right.
Stacy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your introduction and for being here with me. I am truly excited actually to be doing this. This is something I have wanted to do for quite some time. Um, Finding a meditation group is one of those wonderful gifts that is in my life actually been very rare. The Western world isn't quite as attuned to this particular limb of yoga. And so thank you all for inviting me and for being here with me today. And it's truly a privilege to speak with you. So my background is with yoga. I started as a yoga teacher back in 2012 or 13. And I've just been teaching basic asana classes and meditation sometimes. I do a lot of yoga nidra. Um, in fact, I think I'd say I'm an okay yoga teacher, but where I really love is teaching yoga nidra. And obviously, this is a good flow into meditation. And I do find, given that so many of my classes are for beginners and very foundational, um, that yoga nidra is very helpful for getting everybody's wiggles out. And obviously, you are all very practiced meditators. And so I will tell you what you already know, which is as we're doing this meditation, I will be walking us through it. But for you, if my voice isn't working, or if the cadence is wrong, or if you're not feeling it, always fall back into your breath. That's our anchor. That's the place where we can go. It's the child's pose of meditation. So this meditation is truly my favorite. And it was a friend of mine who taught it to me. And the first time I did it, I literally thought, this is wow, this is magic. This is what meditation is supposed to do. And it was nothing that I'd ever been able to achieve myself with any of the other types. And I certainly don't claim to be an expert. I don't think the certificate that I've been given for becoming a yoga meditation instructor counts. I think it takes a lifetime of practice, and I'm sure, as many of you know, practice ebbs and flows. So this is a meditation where we get in touch not just with ourselves, but actively reach out to touch all that is, and to come into a space where we no longer are separated out from anything else, but we merge with the universe. So before we kind of settle in and begin, this is probably a good time for a few minutes for questions. And are there any questions, either, I don't know, about me or the practice? Go ahead. Make up a question, because I'm going to be parking the car in about a minute, and they're going to be getting in and out, and I don't want to start our meditation with that. So
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Stacy, thank you so much for joining. And like just now you are coming from Boston and doing it for us. It means a lot to us, and we are really looking forward. But the small question that I have in mind is, there are so many different kind of meditations, right? There is a mindfulness meditation, then loving kindness meditation, compassion meditation, then Shada Chakra meditation. So would you like to let us know what kind of meditation this belongs to?
So this one kind of falls outside the scope of every single one of these. I have practiced every single one of the ones that you've mentioned, and I will say this one, maybe we could fit it under mindfulness, but I would call it more of an existential mindfulness. It goes beyond just being aware of, so when I'm practicing a mindfulness meditation, It is a distinct awareness of a specific thing, my seat underneath me, the air flowing around my face, the hair tickling me, I would call this everything, everywhere, all at once. So maybe mindfulness on steroids. But we'll see. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
very interested to hear your take. It's really fun for me. I will say this. It's very fun for me to do this with a group of experienced and advanced meditators, because normally I'm teaching. Actually, do me a favor. Would you just park me in the shade? That would be great. Thank you so much. I'm just backing. Okay.
So not,
Because I so often.
yeah, I was just
What's
saying,
that?
normally when we practice meditation here, we also do like umbrella of meditations, like many techniques combined together, say body scan along with life loving kindness, or breath meditation along with emotional awareness, something like that. So we always practice here all the time different combinations. So, and Sabnis Kaka has also joined the session. So before
Excellent.
we actually start, Sabnis Kaka, would you like to say something? तुम्ही muted आहात काका. You are muted.
Stacy, actually, I have one question before he introduces you as well, because he is here to gladly joined us to introduce also. I just have one question. I saw you and met you at the farm.
Yes.
My question to you is actually, how did you get connected to such kind of strong meditation, which it is hard to find the Westerners to join the yoga group, or even to connect to the yoga nidra, which is one of the, it seems easy, but one of the toughest meditation practice. So what's your take on that?
So mine came out of total sheer necessity based on my Western lifestyle. I was an Army officer for 20 years. I was a practicing attorney. I practiced in a law firm in Washington, D.C. for 5 years. I was a single parent for a long time. I had an extremely stressful life. And as I began, I did not learn from my upbringing how to relax. That was never a part of it. I think the closest that it came was I was raised a Catholic. I am not religious. I'm spiritual. To each our own. I respect it all. But Catholicism didn't do it for me. But the one thing that did was the peace that I would find in the church when people would do a rosary. And so I did more exploration into the world of Buddhism and yoga. And so finally, I started reading books and Deepak Chopra and some Western individuals who were doing a variety of different types, usually mindfulness meditation. And it just blew my mind and opened my world to a life of being able to self-regulate and bring down that overwhelming sense that I can't breathe. I just that stress response that shows up, and so when I finally found that I had tools to bring it all down, I was like, cooked. This is amazing. It's magic. I'm not a drinker. I don't party. There was no outlet, and this is my outlet. This is my place that gives me my peace, and I love sharing it for anybody who's interested, because of the gift that it has given me in my life. So I hope that answers your question. I did it out of desperation, and I just found so much peace.
Wow. And being in such a different background coming from, it's unbelievable that you are getting connected to the yoga practices, which are the ancient yoga practices. And we are glad to meet you. I'm glad to meet you at the farm as well. I'm thankful to Sabnis Kaka to get us introduced to you, and it's going to be a great pleasure to learn from you as well.
My honor and pleasure. Thank you. Shri Kaka, hello.
Hello, hi, Stacy, and it's very nice that I would say we are very fortunate to have Stacy join Shri Yoga. In Urbana, we have started just recently classes in Urbana, and I don't know what made you join the Shri Yoga group in Urbana, but has been a very pleasant, and very helpful. I didn't even know that she was a teacher, but one day I just said, "Can you give instructions for this few people?" And it was so amazing instructions and so on. So I was very impressed, and I know she has always been more inclined towards meditation and. In the yoga at the farm, she did the restorative yoga, and people just loved that restorative yoga. And she has many years of experience, and also from a yoga certificate perspective, she has 500 hours of yoga and plus some special teaching and learning about meditation. So I'm very happy to have you share your meditation practice with this self-care and meditation group. See you, and very nice to see you. Thank you very much.
Well, to answer your question, Shri, I was really excited to see that there was yoga at the library. Um, I saw that you had it, and when I attended, you teach in the way that goes back to my yoga roots, which is Iyengar style, in many ways. And so I was just beyond thrilled that you were teaching. And so I wasn't going to tell you I was a teacher because I was spoiling myself by taking your class. So but no, I'm so delighted that you've trusted me to teach that class. It's been a lot of fun for me. Just absolutely, it's the best part of my week, many weeks. And then gosh, there was one more thing I was going to answer and share, but at any rate, I don't want to hold you all up for the reason that you came. You didn't come to hear me tell my backstory, so I will start by explaining what we're going to do. Which is just like we said before, we mix it up a little. So we're going to start with a body scan, and we're going to go from body scan to the expansion that I was talking about. So as we all do, and we all know, take a moment and settle in. If you've been moving around, or if you just got here, take a moment to take a breath. And in that breath, let the first one simply be your natural breath, an awareness of your breathing. And then the next one, expand that breath. Feel from your belly into your chest, and allow yourself that moment of pause before you exhale out. Come back to your natural breath, and as you're with the natural breath, feel the inhale and exhale. Feel how the air is cool on the inhale. Maybe you feel it on the inside your nostrils, or if you're congested, you feel it in your mouth. And as you exhale, notice the change in temperature, the heat that you expel as you breathe out. And allow yourself to stay with this sensation of breath. Become familiar again with this breathing, with this moment here and now with your breath. And from your breath, now remember our breath is our anchor. And sometimes my voice is going to get lost in the back of your mind. And when that happens, if you find that you've drifted, be gentle. Come back to your breath. If you're thinking about your laundry list, or realize that you just remembered something you forgot, be gentle. This is your moment now. Come back to your breath. Now move your attention to the top of your head. We're going to go top down. And if you can't feel the part of your body that we talk about, pretend, imagine what it feels like. Put your attention there, if nothing else. So feel the top of your skull. Notice it, just awareness, keeping your hands gently rested wherever they are. And then allow your attention to begin to come down your head, down your face. And as your attention comes down, spend some time noticing your forehead. And as you do, allow your forehead to release. Feel it smooth. Move down to your eyebrows and allow them to release. The crinkly part around your eyes and your eyelids, relax and smooth. Your eyes can be open or shut at your preference, but relax, whatever your face is doing. Allow this feeling of smoothness and release come down your cheeks. Maybe wrap around the back of your head and come down, smoothing your upper lips, your cheeks, inside your mouth. Allow your tongue to rest. Feel your teeth unclench, your jaw release. And begin to follow underneath your chin and into your throat. And around the back of your neck. Releasing as you notice. If it's helpful, use a word, smooth, or release, or peace. And as you breathe, inhaling and exhaling, you're noticing your shoulders release and drop. The area where your trapezius kind of gets tight, let that go. And if you feel like your shoulders are still tight, lift them up. And then you exhale, let them drop a little further away from the ears. Continue your breath and your scan. Notice your spine, the very top of the spine, and the front of your chest. And continue with your breath to release. And as your attention moves to your chest, allow it to notice your heart and your lungs, your upper back. Like this net of relaxation is falling from the top of your head and coming down. And continue this sensation, allowing your breath to come in more easily as your chest releases. Notice now your diaphragm, your mid-back, and the organs in between. And your breath becomes even easier. As all of the muscles in your core release. And breath is effortless at this point. And notice that energy, that relaxation that now flows down to your belly and your lower back, all your digestive organs. And flow down into your pelvis and feel everything relax. Like you're sinking into your seat, or if you're laying down, you're sinking into the mat. Your next inhale, allow this awareness and this release to continue to both legs. Notice them and release them and allow them to become heavy. Continue your scan coming down through the knees, the front and back. And continue now further. Almost there. Coming down the shins. Flowing down the feet. Now starting again from the top. All the way down the face, down the arms and the back. Flow down the legs. And if there's any tension remaining, allow it to flow like water out of your feet so that you find yourself in a relaxed position, free to simply be, to breathe. And as you inhale now with ease, coming back to your breath, coming back to your focal point here, coming back to this place of rest, should your mind wander. Allow yourself, now that we've done that top to bottom scan, become aware of the entirety of your body. Feel the energy. Our bodies are made of pure energy, compacted tightly into this space that we call matter. But notice how you're vibrating with the energy body that you're containing, that you are. And with every breath, notice how that is completely contained. This energetic body is completely contained in your skin. Feel it vibrating in your skin, like it wants to burst out, but it's there, it's contained. Feel that all the way the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And breathe in and allow yourself to settle into this feeling of energetic containment. Now, please breathe in deeply, mindfully, and with your exhale, I want you to expand out into the room you're in. Expand that energy into every corner. And explore those corners so you filled every closet, every rug, every particle of air. You are expanded into all of it. The paint on the walls, the dust in the corners. It's all you. Allow yourself a moment of feeling the freedom of this expansion. And notice how that vibration is still there. And now, as you inhale, your next inhale, draw that energy back in. Pull yourself back until you're contained again within your body. And notice how easy it is to pull yourself back. It's natural. And feel that compact energy that is just you, contained. Breathe in, feel your vibration, and exhale. And feel the building that you're in. From the top of the roof to the foundations beneath, fill the building. Connect with everything there. You and that building are one. Allow yourself to feel the energy, the oneness with this expanded experience of you in an entire building. I'm going to breathe in and out, another rotation through here. In, feel that expansion, feel yourself in the building, feel yourself contained. And with your next inhale, draw yourself back in, back into your body, back into the confines of your skin. Be just your physical self and notice how beautiful that feels. And allow yourself some easy breaths here, contained within you and the energetic body that is you. Breathe in, this time deeper, all the way in, pausing at the top. And as you exhale, expand again. And this time you're expanding into the city that you're in. Maybe you're in a small village, maybe it's a community. Find the boundaries of that. And that can mean the bubble over the top. You can dig into the earth beneath, but whatever that is, expand into what it means to you for that city. And feel it. Connect with every single living and non-living thing there, every stone, every bird, every other human, every tree, every gust of wind, the particles of sunlight. Find yourself exploring the whole space in a completely expanded way. You can expand to fill all of that space. And allow yourself to breathe easy. Comfortably maintaining yourself within the city. Allow yourself a few easy breaths here. And with your next inhale, breathe in, draw yourself back, come back to your body. Feel yourself all contained. Vibrate gently, peacefully. And then take a deep breath in. Mindful, deep, long pause at the top. And expand with your exhale. Expand out. And find yourself filling the county or the province, wherever you are. Fill that space with your energy. Feel yourself merge with everything within that space. Every gust of wind, every building, every bit of energy that's there. You merge. It's all you. You are truly one with this space. Breathe here and maintain yourself expanded. And now take a deep, long, slow breath in. A slow breath out. And now with the next inhale, draw yourself back to your body. It can be fast, it can be slow. But find yourself contained once again in the confines of your body, on your chair or your mat. And feel the comfortable ease with this energy. Breathe a few more times in and out. Find the ease of the breath. Feel that vibration in your body. A long, slow, deep inhale in. And as you exhale, expand. Expand out. If you're in the US, you're expanding to the states. So the state of wherever you are. Find the next geographic boundary for where you are. Expand and fill it all the way out. Feel the energy of your body expanded into the space, expanded into the air and the sun. Every plant, every other animal in it, and the dirt beneath. Connect energetically with everything there. And notice the ease that you find in filling this space. It's natural. It feels like slipping into the ocean. It's simply something that's easy to do, but your breath is easy. The expansion is natural. And you're becoming as wide as the sky. Now breathe in, filling this space, filling this vibration, and then with your next deep inhale, draw your energy back in. Bring that energy back into your body, into the space on your chair or your mat.
It's a big breathing this. When the weather becomes like this, we all get some congestion.
If you get distracted, come back to your breath. It's always your anchor. And if you're congested, breathe through your mouth. Find that breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest here in the body. Rise and fall of your belly. If you're breathing through your mouth, try a little ujjayi breathing. Just slow it down. Make that ocean sound. So with your next inhale in, make it deep, slow, long. And as you exhale, you press your energy out, reaching, reaching, reaching further. And encompass the entire country that you are in. The whole nation. Fill the nation with you, with the energy of you. And you feel everything. Nothing's off limits. Every single square centimeter of that space is filled by you. You've merged with all that's there. There's no separation. Allow yourself to naturally feel at peace with expanding. And maybe you're feeling it as a vibration from all that is, and maybe it just feels like you're expanded. Maybe it just feels like your breath can fill all of that space. And allow yourself to maintain this expansion. Notice the ease of the breath. And with your next inhale, allow yourself to fully exhale. And on your next long, slow, deep inhale in, draw yourself back to your body, back to now, here in the space. Notice the energy that you contain within your body and the flow of breath in and out. Maintain for just a moment here in the energetic space of your body. And inhale mindfully, deep and long. And let it out, staying in the space of your body just for a moment. And on the next long, deep inhale in, pause at the top. And as you exhale, expand. Expand into the hemisphere that you find yourself in, whether that's the northern one or the southern one. Just expand yourself out. Half of the earth is you. There is no distinction from that half of the core or from the atmosphere above. You are filling all of it. Allow yourself to effortlessly fill this space. And notice that the vibration is the same. Or maybe it's more, maybe it's less. Find what your vibration feels like, though, and notice that that expansion isn't limited. Your energy is not limited. You're just containing it within the space that you've defined. So breathe in and notice again, half of the earth is filled with you. And as you exhale completely, all the way out, draw in, pull your energy back into the body, back onto your chair or your mat. Contain that energy within you, the physical you. And allow your natural breath as you explore how it feels to energetically feel the entire body. Inhale once again. We're going to do one long, deep, slow inhale. And as you exhale out all the way, expand. And expand, as you know, this time, the whole earth, entire sphere filled with you. Feel how the energy of your body can expand to fill the entirety of the earth. all of the atmosphere above, flowing all around the matter that contains the earth and its crust, and all the way in all the layers as you find yourself in the core as well, all simultaneously, expanded out fully, filling the earth. Maintain your breath and this experience of energy. No separation between your body and the earth that you're resting on now, connected to everything here. Take one more breath in and out. And on your next inhale, draw in, pull yourself back, come back. Come back into your body. And with your breath, resting wherever you are, all of your energy contained. Feel that energy again, become aware. The long, slow, deep inhale in, pausing at the top. And then with your exhale, expand, push out further than before. And we're going into the solar system. You're filling up the sun and every planet, asteroid, speck of dust, everything that is supposedly absent, its energy, it's filled with you. You are swirling in the solar system, spinning around the sun. You are the sun. And everything around and in between. Maybe you play here for a moment, enjoying the energy, expanded, beginning to feel limitless. Allow yourself to expand in a way that is effortless. It's natural to connect with everything that's all things there. And allow yourself some breath here in this beautiful space. Expanded. Take a breath in, a natural one, and a breath out. Pause at the exhale, and then with a long, slow, deep inhale in, bring yourself back into your body, contained within your skin, within your body, on the floor, the mat. Feel the vibration within you, perhaps a little bit around you. Allow yourself to experience your energy within you now. Take one more breath in and out, a natural one. And then a long, slow, deep inhale in, pause at the top. And as you exhale, slowly expand again. This time into the galaxy and every solar system in it, every dark star, everything that exists, every planet, every solar ray, every speck of dust, including that small speck of our planet. You encompass it all, spinning through eternity, connected, expanded, energetic. Breathe naturally in and out again. And at the exhale, pause a moment. And with your inhale, long, slow, deep, draw your energy back. All of it from every corner of that solar system and galaxies, every single one, pull it back into your body. And notice your energy. Notice your vibration. And allow yourself some natural breath here. At peace with this vibration, with the containment of your energy. And we're going to take and draw in one long, slow, deep breath. Pause at the top. And as you exhale and expand, this time expand into everything that exists, the entire universe, the known, the unknown, the imagined, everything. You are limitless. Feel your vibration of your energy expanded with no limit. Breathe in this space, unhindered by space or matter or time. All that is. Take a natural breath in and out in this expanded state. And on the exhale, pause. And a long, slow, deep inhale in. Draw the energy back. You can snap, you can draw slowly, you can swirl in, but bring yourself back. Feel that endless, infinite energy now contained within you, your body. Give yourself a few breaths here, aware of the infinite power of you. And wherever you are, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes just a little. Become aware of the extremities in your body. Maybe you want to scrunch up your face just a little bit or crinkle your eyes. And take a breath in. If you're laying down, we're going to do one thing. If you're seated, just stay where you are, gently moving a little bit, maybe moving your shoulders. If you're laying down, go ahead and put your right arm above your head. Just Allow yourself to roll over using the right arm as your cushion. And breathe wherever you are. Breathe a natural breath in and out. And if you're laying on a mat, breathe in long and deep. And on your exhale, press yourself up with your left hand into a seated position. Find yourself with your eyes open or closed. And wherever you are, open your eyes. Allow yourself a breath and welcome back. So that is my hands down for me, my favorite meditation. It is a reminder to me that everything is connected and that I allow myself to come to a space where I no longer have fooled myself into thinking that I'm separate. So I'm very interested in your experiences, if you're willing to share, what positive or negative, by the way. Hello, Shri.
Hi, was wonderful, very nice, very relaxing and energizing.
So, Stacy, thank you so much. I have never done such an elaborate meditation like this. Like there are parts of it that I had done before in different spaces, but this was very elaborate. I literally got tears in my eyes in a few places. My question is, do you recommend doing this over a longer period of time? Like right now, we did it in half an hour, but the given all the things that we covered, I was catching my breath. It was too fast for me.
Yeah.
Do you recommend doing it over a period of an hour or more?
I would love to do it an hour or more. I will tell you that I did it faster than I would have otherwise because the last time I taught it, which was years ago, I had a very vocal complaint from a woman who hated it and said it was too long. And so I thought, oh no, I did it wrong. And I love the long, slow, like I would have kept you there longer. So I think this is a really good point. Know your audience. I think you all have probably been doing this long enough that if I do this ever again with this group or anything like this group, I will happily slow it down unless I hear other people tell me otherwise, but obviously share.
Especially the details that you went into, like when you said the room, you did not just say the room as in space. You went into the dust on the walls and the carpet. And so if I was to take my breath and expand it in that way, I needed more time. At least that's what I felt.
Yeah.
It will be different for
Yeah.
each individual. So it's going to be different for each individual.
Yes,
Well,
I agree with Siley, because to experience that every single bit of it, you need to stay there a little longer. So yeah, you can just hold. I mean, you are more than welcome to join this platform again. I'm sure everybody is going to invite you again, the whole team, and we'll expect you to have a longer meditation for us.
Yes, Stacy, thank you so much. It was an amazing experience. Means you guided us for an hour. It's like it's 12 o'clock, but for me it felt like a bliss. Means like it felt like a minute or so. Means like time. I didn't understand the time. It was really deep. And like in our scriptures, we always there is a one line say Sarvam Khaluidam Brahma. That means all the universe is the same as what was within. So I could see the disappearing of that boundary between me and the universe, and that was an amazing experience, and definitely would like to have again meditation from you. Means it was a lovely experience. Thank you so much.
oh my God, thank you. you described my first experience when I did this the first time. I'm so happy you're finding that. I would also invite anybody who thought it was too chatty or too long. Please know that, you know, all teachers, we like to know what works and what doesn't. And all too often, so many people are like, I loved it. It's like when you know, you bring a banana bread and people are like, oh, it's great, and you know it goes in the trash after. It's okay to tell me if you don't like it too. I'm so happy though that this was your experience. It thrills me because to connect to everything, it's so easy to believe that we're just here in this experience in this body and we're going through this life, and to remind ourselves that it's much bigger and time isn't real and it's a much more beautiful experience expanded. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Thank you for that feedback.
Thank you. And to be truth, like at some points I didn't wanted to come back. I wanted to stay there. I wanted to expand. Like it, like at points I didn't wanted to come back here. I just wanted to stay in the expanded state. So no, thank you so much, and I'm very glad that this is a recording, so we will be able to hear this again.
Well, we'll have to record one where I actually do it in a proper tempo, slower, and maybe not driving back from Boston airport. God, I'm sorry about that.
Yes,
Hello, Shri.
definitely.
Yes.
Madhav Kaka, do you have a question or a comment? Deshpande Kaka?
माझा व्हिडिओ चालत नाहीये
That's okay. You can talk.
पण तुम्हाला ऐकू येत असेल यु नो
Yes.
Stacy, this was wonderful. I used to teach Hinduism and Buddhism and Sanskrit at the University of Michigan, and in the course of Buddhism we were reading a Buddhist text which describes a certain kind of meditation. It's called in Pali it's called Aranya Bhavana. Aranya is woods and Bhavana is cultivation of mind. And so the way it is described, the monk sits in the midst of a thoroughfare and closes his eyes and tries to go inward. And whatever happens outside doesn't affect him, and he can experience the feeling of being in kind of total seclusion, total calm. And so it's like a projection of being in a calm and quiet place. And so the outside circumstances, if they can stop bothering us, we can develop a feeling of calm.
Then allow me to ask you a question. My hope was that what's going on around me did not distract all of you. I didn't do the reminder of if you hear a sound, come back to yourself. I was assuming you all knew that. I probably should have said it. But my hope is, I guess then my question, did you feel that there was distraction here, or did you feel that it didn't matter? That all that is just is, and that we were moving through it?
I think my understanding was that normally we are kind of connected with the outside and all the hustle and bustle that's going on, and that affects our mind and we cannot reach any calm and peace. But the monks were taught to kind of, in some ways, develop this sense of sort of not being affected.
You know, you speak to me of what it seems that I like to watch people at airports. Like that's my entertainment. I look at people, and what I find is that you'll find two people in the same airport, in the same gate, having two completely different experiences. One is calm, maybe they're sipping a coffee, they're smiling, they're just hanging out, maybe they're watching people, maybe they're just dozing off into space. And then there's somebody who's tapping their foot and their face is tight and they're gritted and they're just waiting to get on the plane. And two people, same place, completely different experience. They may as well be on different planets. And so to your point, when I find myself in a place where I'm like, is this the experience that I want? Practices like this, like you teach, these bring me to a place where I'm like, oh, no, I want to calm down, or I want to be at peace. And you can find it really fast when you learn to modulate breath, when you learn to tame the mind just a bit, to accept what is, to be that monk in the thoroughfare. And I can find myself having different experiences in different places. And at this point, it's a practice like this that allows us the bandwidth, the tools to be able to draw ourselves into a space of peace, no matter what's going on around us. So it's a great reminder. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you.
So Stacy, Madhav is my brother-in-law.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. I apologize. So there's notes. Let me read through this really fast. Thank you so much. Yep, longer time. Absolutely delighted to do this for a longer time. Yeah, so I have a comment here, a question. Can't hold my breath for long or exhale for long. Okay to take a natural breath. Oh yeah, absolutely. With any practice, it's about finding your rhythm and the way that allows you to connect with the practice. So whether you're doing a chakra balance or even breath work, find the breath that works for you, for sure. Did the military teach me this as PTSD treatment? No. Interestingly enough, it was another military person who taught me this meditation. She's on a very, I would call it a very Western path of yoga. I'm delighted that she found the things that work for her, and she'll share things occasionally with me, and this was one of them. No, the PTSD treatment, I didn't actually do any PTSD treatment. I'm trying to think. But I did do a lot of teaching of breathing techniques of pranayama. So, but nothing that I was doing with you all here. Although I guess Ujjayi breathing is that. I would help people slow down their breathing that way. But do I practice every day? For how long? I would say that meditation practice, here's what I taught in one of my last classes. Even the thought of doing meditation is a practice. We get caught up, especially in this life, when we've got kids and jobs and commutes and family obligations, and the list could go on. And there's a moment throughout the day, every day, where when the spin starts, or hopefully I catch it before that, I'm still figuring this all out. When I feel it spinning, I go, oh, wait, where's my breath? Sometimes it's as simple as I'm doing too much, and I'll notice it. And when I park the car, one of the more key ones for me, when there was no time and there was no space, I would take a moment before I got out of my car, and I would feel the steering wheel, and I would feel my seat, and I would feel my breath. And I would take, sometimes I had 60 seconds, sometimes I had 5 whole minutes. And that was my practice that day. I would say there are times when I do this every single day, and I'll do a formal meditation and I have a time for it. And then life happens. And then I go to this different, I'll call it a modified practice. And I would almost say that it's a more honest practice in the lifestyle that I lead, to do the one where I find myself throughout the day. Take a breath, feel this moment, be present with my son, and really listen to him. Be there now. It's mindfulness. And I would call mindfulness part of meditation. I call it the first step. It's like the foundational meditation. And maybe it's not just the foundation. I'm still exploring this, but maybe it is like to be fully present and fully mindful and allow yourself basically that full expansion in the moment. Maybe that's my goal. I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out. You guys got a non-perfect teacher here today. I'm still on my journey. So do I practice every day? Yes, but it's a different practice sometimes than others. Maybe not as traditional as you'd think. It's a long-winded answer, but there you go. Any other questions? Is there any other Zoom session or in-person meeting where I could join you again? Gosh, if you guys want to do this, oh gosh, I would love to. I'll be honest, this is the first Zoom meditation I've ever taught in my life. But my yoga practice is about to change a little bit. I know Shri is aware I'm going to be going into surgery soon. And apparently it's a long recovery, so my asana practice is going to change, but I would absolutely love to do more meditation. So if and when I have more online things, it will be with Shri, because I adore this man and the platform and what he's built here. And I mean it when I say it's an honor to be a part of this. It means a great deal. I've always wanted to do this, to be a part of this kind of community. So I feel like I found it, and it's very exciting. Feels like home. Transcendental meditation. I will be honest, that is the only meditation that I have not gone to a course in or a class in or had a teaching in. So if I just gave you a transcendental meditation class, it would be out of a sheer accident, but a well-intended one. So probably showed too much ignorance in that moment. But yeah, all of my other practice was that. And yes, I think meditation, in fact, throughout all kinds of injuries and illnesses, meditation has been my rock. I can shut pain off with greater regularity with meditation. It's taken 20 years to figure out that one, and it's still just windows. But yeah, I agree with you. Meditation is a great way to heal and just to find peace wherever you are. So anything else? Any other questions?
Hi, Stacy. This is Vasudha. It was a wonderful session. Really loved it. I had been doing Yoga Nidra since last 2 years. And what I try to do is, I have found that, when I do Yoga Nidra, I fall asleep. So I used to feel guilty about it, but then I told myself it's okay, because now I do it, especially when I'm really, really tired. And because I'm too tired and I can't fall asleep, I will do Yoga Nidra. So I fall asleep very easily. And when I wake up, I'm so fresh.
It's a nice way to go to sleep with your central nervous system on an even keel. And yeah, for those of you who fall asleep, we talked about it in the beginning. It's like when a thought intrudes, be gentle, be kind, be that inner child that's in us all, every single stage of our experience in this body and this experience that we've chosen. Though all those ages are still in there, so be gentle and kind. And I'm so happy that you got to a place where you're like, it doesn't matter if I fall asleep, because it doesn't. You're practicing, and your practice is going to look different every day. It's like yoga, right? Every day, every side, it's going to change. And giving yourself the grace to say, I practice today. You've can we call it winning? I don't know. You are giving yourself a better life experience with any of your practices. So if it falls asleep, good.
I want to really thank you, because we are celebrating Diwali right now.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
And I was thinking of my parents, and as you were telling us to expand, I reached my parents' home, and I I could see my parents, and I was there with them for a few minutes, and then I came back to you.
Oh, you're making me cry. That's really beautiful.
It was beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Hopefully you can reuse this one and visit them again.
Yes. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Let's
Stacy,
see.
there is one question actually. And
Sure.
Vasudha, this experience of what you just said about falling asleep, this has happened many times with me also. what I considered, again, just to give you my incentive about things which I think about why I fall asleep or why I usually fall asleep also, that it's just the physical body which is going in that exhaustion mode. Your spiritual mind is still awake. It's still listening to still expanding. It's just the body which we are talking about. But
Right.
we
Yeah.
are all connected to each other with the universe also.
True.
And then there is a question, Stacy, to you from Manjiri. It says there are no so good experiences and good experiences. Thinking universe as one is true to its core, but modern readings say to stay away from negative people. And what would be the way?
I would say radical acceptance. I would say that unless you want to put yourself in a cave at the top of a mountain, we're not gonna be able to stay away from the negative. And in staying away from the negative, it means that that negativity has some power over us. And there's times when we're stronger or not, you know. So there's times when we can do the radical acceptance of seeing someone who is just seething in anger, and if we're able to be here and true and connected, we can see with compassion the pain and the suffering that that person, that energy has. And when I'm in that space, I can be around someone who's negative. Now, when I'm worn down and I'm grumpy or I'm not okay, separation's okay. You know, again, this is a journey, it's a path. And when you're that person who's negative and angry and honking your horn, you know, look at yourself with compassion in that moment too. We are all things, all of us. And what we choose to feed and explore is going to be the preponderance of our experience here. And when you're looking at that person who's doing that thing that's not giving them a good life experience, or I should say a light-filled experience, send them love. I would say that is my number one go-to when I am in my good space, which is, I would say, most of the time. Send them light, send them love, whether it's an energy that you're feeling in a space that you're in, or whether it's a person who's exuding it. Send love. Does that answer your question? That's what I do. And if I can't do that, I escape. What's that?
You have to do that many times in your profession, Stacy.
I retired. So that tells you how evolved I am. You know, there's only so much I could do. But even now, when I think back to the worst of them, I say the worst of them, the ones who intended harm, I send them love. Even now, I believe that, I personally believe time is just a construct that we've created. And so I feel like I can touch them in that moment, even from here, and say, I forgive you. And I don't know what your motivations were, but I can only have compassion for someone who would find themselves doing these things, saying these things. That's a dark space for people to be in. And I feel sorry. That sounds like I'm judging, but I do. I feel pity. I feel hurt for someone who's in such an ugly place. And whether I was harmed or not, to me, it's just another life experience. And so I'm not living injured. I'm living in a place where I'm like, oh, well, that was interesting. What's next? So I don't know. So I hope that answered your question. I retired, happy to retire. Wouldn't go back, but wouldn't change it either.
Yeah. And the fun part is, in this situations when we are dealing with so-called what we think it's a negative people, it's, again, we think it's not something which it's just by, or that person does not think that it's the same way, but it's us who are actually thinking about that person or that situation. The other party has no idea, as other party is not getting impacted. So basically, by thinking like that, it's us, we are damaging ourselves more. So why to do that? Just let it go. Just stay in that. So then that moment it was there, just gone. Let's move on.
It's a double injury when someone harms us, does something. There's the initial punch, right? And then And then afterwards, sometimes there's a bruise and it can hurt for a while. You know,
Yeah.
maybe they took a lot of your money. Maybe they physically harmed you. There's all kinds of terrible things that can happen. And every time we feel anger and just want to punch back, we're really just poking that wound. We're keeping that bruise alive by pressing it over and over. But if you can say it's time to heal, and if you're able to come to a space, there's this beautiful meditation that I used to do. Diana Winston was probably 20 years old, but I still have it on my iPhone. So when I'm traveling overseas, I usually plug it in for my flight. And it's the Lake of Loving Kindness. And you start by inviting people into this little pond with you, and it's the people you love the most. And then it expands out. And then she says at the end, think about people you don't like. And then you can invite them into this lake, or they can stay on the edge. It's up to you. And I invite them in. And I've gotten to a point where I could invite them in, let's put it that way. And then when I do, she explains at the end, and this is like the aha, like, oh my gosh. She's like, and that lake is your heart. And that was a big one for me. And it allows me to be more forgiving. Just that meditation gave me a grounded space to find a path to radically accepting people who intend harm. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, so we have a topic for the next session for you already. There you go. You already selected it.
The Lake of Loving Kindness. Well, all
Loving
right,
kindness.
we can do that. I'm a big fan of loving kindness meditations. Yes,
No,
and
absolutely.
this
We would love to have that from you again. Definitely, yes.
absolutely would be my pleasure.
It was a great session, Stacy. And with the situation like today's, you still kept your thing. You parked your car and then gave us the beautiful meditation session. Cannot thank you enough. Thank you. Thanks a lot again.
Thank
Do
you,
you have any
Stacy.
closing remarks?
I just want to say that Stacy, I added to the WhatsApp group, which is for this particular group. And so, if anyone has questions for Stacy, then you can ask her questions. And also just send your best wishes to Stacy. She is going through a difficult surgery for spine, and so just wish you all the best, Stacy, for all your surgery. And you are of course welcome to do meditations online. I'll talk to you about it. Okay.
Love to. And again, everybody, thank you for joining. It was truly an honor and a pleasure. And I look forward to meeting with all of you again. And I wish you all very well. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Stacy.
you. Thank you.
So we
Thank you
usually
all.
close this session by announcing for the next week's speaker. And next week, we are going to have a session by Dr. Sudarshan Sathe. And he is one of the scholars, you can say, about different philosophical areas. And he's going to be delivering his presentation on Lokmanya Tilak next week on Sunday. He's one of our leaders from Maharashtra, India. So if you're interested in joining also, of course, that's going to be probably in Marathi, in our mother tongue, but you can put the English subtitles on and can listen to that also, speakers for the lecture again. And if you do not have anyone do not have any other further questions, as somebody just mentioned that this is a Diwali day, so enjoy. The Lakshmi Puja is tomorrow per our calendars. So enjoy the 4 days of Diwali, and wish you a very speedy recovery as well, Stacy.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot again for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.